What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Jordan Wheeler with RTR Vehicles, and in today's episode we are installing the RTR rear bumper for your 21 plus Ford Bronco. Inside your box you'll find your RTR rear bumper. You'll also have an additional box with edge clip cable ties, speed nuts, washers, M12 hex flange bolts, M4 button head screws, M4 button head bolts, license plate light, and bumper cap inserts, along with your installation instructions, as well as the nut plates and license plate bracket. Tools needed for this install are 13mm socket, 15mm socket, 18mm socket, T20 Torx, T30 Torx, T40 Torx, socket wrenches, 15mm wrench, and a body clip removal tool. On the driver's side of the vehicle, locate and disconnect the license plate lamp electrical harness behind the bumper end cap. On the passenger side of the bumper, locate and disconnect the rear parking aid sensor harness behind the bumper end cap if so equipped. Using your 13mm socket, remove the bolt in the outer frame tab from both sides of the vehicle and set them aside. They will not be reused. Then with your 18mm socket, remove the 4 bolts securing the bumper to the frame. Make sure to save these bolts as they will be reused. Slide the bumper rearward and off of the vehicle. For vehicles equipped with the OEM steel bumper, place the bumper face down on a workbench and use a 13mm socket to remove the 5 bolts in the center support and pull it away from the bumper. Then, using a body clip removal tool, pry the wire harness anchors off of the support as you move along and remove the harness from the bumper. If equipped, locate and disconnect the license plate light and parking aid sensors. Vehicles with rear parking aids need to remove the 2 inner parking aid sensors and isolator rings by carefully spreading the lock tabs from the isolators and separating them. The sensors and isolators will transfer into the RTR bumper. Then, remove 2 outer parking aid sensors and isolator rings by carefully spreading the lock tabs and separating them. The outer sensors are housed inside of 2 rings, a male and a female, and should be kept separately to avoid any confusion during reassembly. With the help of an assistant, place the RTR bumper onto a padded work surface. For vehicles without the parking aid, you will be installing the supplied caps into the bumper. For vehicles with parking sensors, transfer the OEM outer isolators, 2 per side, into the RTR bumper. Note that the sensor positioning is critical for system functionality. The RTR isolator holes are keyed to ensure proper positioning of the sensors into the bumper. Transfer the inner OEM isolator into the RTR bumper. The bumper holes have very close tolerances to maintain positioning. Reinstall the inner and outer sensors into the isolators with the connectors facing towards the center of the bumper. Note that the 2 wire harness branch for the license plate light is to be on the driver's side and will be connected last. Then, starting on the passenger side of the bumper, connect the harness to the first sensor and feed the other end through the hole in the bumper mount. Then route the harness through the bumper and above the bumper stanchions. Connect the center sensors into the bumper stanchions. Slide the edge clip cable ties onto the center bumper uprights and secure the harness to the bumper, trimming the excess tie length. Connect the last sensor and verify that there are 2 unused connectors on the driver's side. Slide the speed nuts onto both of the outer bumper tabs with the threads pointing into the bumper. Insert the RTR nut plates into the frame on both sides of the vehicle. With the help of an assistant, carefully slide the bumper onto the vehicle. With the bumper in place, verify that the wire harness has not been pinched anywhere along the frame. Then, reusing the OEM bolts and an 18mm socket, fasten the bumper to the frame on both sides of the vehicle. Using the supplied 12mm bolts, secure the bumper to both sides of the frame using your 15mm wrench. These bolts will engage the threads of the nut plates. Using the supplied 8mm bolts and washers, with your T40 Torx socket, secure the frame to the bumper tabs on both sides of the vehicle. Reconnect the license plate harness on the driver's side of the vehicle and reconnect the sensor harness on the passenger side if so equipped. Install the license plate light lenses down onto the bracket using the supplied 4mm screws with your T20 Torx bit. Feed the light harness into the bumper and connect it to the 2-pin connector on the vehicle harness. Secure the bracket to the bumper using 2 of the supplied 6mm screws with your T30 Torx bit. Then finally, using the remaining 6mm screws and T30 Torx bit, install the license plate onto the bracket.
If you want to check out any of these products, make sure to click the link down below in the description to head over to rtrvehicles.com to check them out. While you're there, check out our gear and any other products that we have available for Bronco, Bronco Sport, Ranger, and F-150. Also, while you're down there by that description, go ahead and click that like button. Let us know how you feel about the video with a comment down below. And hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so you don't miss anything coming up from myself or any of the other team members here on RTR Vehicles. Thank you for tuning in once again. I am Jordan Wheeler with RTR Vehicles, and I'll catch you on the other side of fun. Woo!